Oh, so we're live in Lake Guntersville for a outdoor yoga practice, communing with a whole variety of different seabirds that may weave in and out of our practice. There's even the possibility that a speedboat might go by. So anything can happen when you practice outside. So we're just going to keep going regardless of what happens during our live. So welcome if you're either joining in right now or if you're going to be watching this video later. I welcome you to our practice. So find a comfortable seat. Give you a moment to gather up your mat, gather up your props. Sometime I'll probably lose this jacket. We're still a little cool here in Lake Guntersville, maybe 55 degrees out this morning, but grateful that it's not raining. And we have a nice overcast day. That should have given everybody plenty of time to get settled into their mats, settled into the practice. So coming to easy pose or any meditation seat that best fits your style and your level of comfort. And as we come to meditation pose, the eyes close or we adopt a downward gaze. And as the eyes close, all of our focus begins to shift. We begin to step away from everything that's external and allow ourselves to refocus all of our thoughts, our sensations, our senses, away from what's external and redirect them to the internal landscape. At this moment, it's the shaking of the dock as the boat speeds by. So notice what you notice. We begin to relax all the muscles of the face, the muscles between the eyes, all of those muscles at the corner edges of the eyes. And allow all the muscles of expression to melt away. So we're neither frowning or smiling. The shoulders melt away from the ears as all stress, all weight begins to soften, melt, and flow off of the back like a stream of water, bathing the spine. Our attention focuses on all the parts of the body that are connected to the hard surface beneath us, allowing us to feel grounded, present, and in this moment. And then the breath becomes our guide. We begin to notice all of the air's qualities. So for our concentration and our dharana practice, we'll go simple today, noticing the breath in all of its life force, all of its energy, all of its prana. Taking an inhale through the nose, noticing its temperature. And as you exhale through the nose, notice the change, the warming up of the air as it flows through the body. The next inhalation, perhaps noticing any scent that lingers on the waves of the air. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. And for just a couple of breaths, giving you the opportunity to hear the birds, to hear the nature sounds. Let's take a 5-breath mini silent meditation. And as we connect once again, we'll take this moment to set our intention, bringing the hands to heart center and allowing the head to gently bow. Take a moment to have an intention set for your practice, an intention for today to use long term. Allowing all of your senses to offer information regarding this intention, what it looks like, what's its imagery, what it sounds like. We notice its scent and flavor, and how we are touched by that intention. Notice its emotion, so that our intention is rich with detail and sensorial, creatively visualized, knowing that once that intention is set, it is already so. I invite you to listen or join in as we unite our practice, join our community by chanting the sound of Om, by sharing this vibration. Taking a deep inhale. Releasing the hands from the heart. Come back. Come back. Maybe making a choice here to change your leg position after sitting in meditation, bringing those legs out in front, creating some space, creating some room. Welcome. I'm going to take my jacket off now that it's warming up just a little bit out here. There we go. And as we do, we're going to come to Dandasana pose, a very challenging seated pose. Legs are outstretched, the toes are facing the sky. Knees are soft and buoyant, not hyperextended, pushing into your mat. Hands are at the sides, helping to support shoulders or back and down. And as we take an inhale, we lift the front of the body as the back body descends, bringing us to a place of being both enlightened and grounded. And so this can be challenging since we're usually in our TV watching pose. And take a nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, if you choose, let go of Dandasana and simply come into a forward fold, It's a simple first forward fold. We're just waking the body up. We're not efforting to find any specific place, but noticing if we can keep that spine upright, shoulders back and down, and allow the only moving part to be this hinging at the hips and feeling the elongation of the back body. Eyes are looking at those toes. Take a deep breath. And with the exhale, just surrender rather than efforting through to the pose. Let the body decide when it becomes ready to flow forward. And with your next inhale, simply walk your spine back to upright. Take those hands, turn them away from you behind your back, giving yourself enough space that the shoulders can be back and down. A gentle arch to the spine, greeting the sky, and opening up the heart space so that all of your gifts, all of your light shines through the miles, that there's this connection because we all have our heart space open. Inhaling back up to center and taking whatever easy pose feels best for you, whether that's Sukhasana or you may choose to come to butterfly pose. Any easy pose, we're just going to warm up the upper body. So let's begin with the neck, taking an inhale. And as you exhale, the chin drops to the heart space, eyes to the ground. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, eyes to the sky. Allowing your own breath pace and cadence to let you repeat this movement. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, eyes to the earth. Inhaling back through center, exhale. Noticing as you repeat this movement, warming up the neck, if you can isolate those movements only to the parts of the spine in the neck, so that there's not an arch in the back. We're really looking to isolate and open. The next time you find yourself with your chin parallel to the earth, take a cleansing breath. Inhale prepares. Exhale allows us to rotate and look over that right shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Exhale to the left. Again, allowing your breath to decide how quickly or slowly you move. Maybe you'll find an area that's asking to be explored, to stop and take a few breaths because you notice something stuck, a tenderness, a stiffness, or just simply a change in the breath that asks you to pause, notice, and send your breath to that area. And the next time you find yourself at center, take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, the right ear comes to the right shoulder. We inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Again, choosing your own pace and noticing that the ear is coming to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the ear. So the shoulder blades are still migrating toward the spine and toward the earth. We're isolating this movement just to that cervical spine, not to the side body. Finding yourself back at center, take a cleansing breath. Bringing those arms out to the side, palms to the sky. We'll just warm up those shoulder blades by inhaling and reaching. And as you come to shoulder height, the scapula begin to drift towards the earth as the arms reach for the sky, so that as we arrive, we're both pushing and pulling. We're grounded and enlightened. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, turn those hands away and push away anything that no longer serves you. Noticing through slow movements the parts of the body that ask for exploration. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale and reach as you rise up, feeling the weight of the gravity and the energy that surrounds you. Allowing the hands to turn, exhale and release. Nice, slow body awareness movements. Inhale and rise up. Hands away, exhale and flow. Couple of small baby twists to get that spine ready. Inhale and rise up. Exhale, first twist of the day. Left hand comes to right knee. Right hand rests behind your back. And as we do so, we're twisting toward our right, our yang side. So notice what you notice. Where did the eyes land? What's in your sight? What's in your vision? This is all of our yang energy, the male, the energetic, the things that are easily seen. With an inhale back through center, bring those hands up and overhead, creating space. Exhale, right hand comes to the left knee, left hand behind. And now we're on our yin side. What's changed in your vision? What do you see? What do you notice? Your feminine energy, the moon, the things that are in the shadows. Inhale back through center. And as those hands meet above the head, interlace those fingers, turn those palms to the sky, scapula to the earth, and reach, opening up. And with your next inhale, allow those arms to come back through center and rest at the heart space. Anytime our hands rest in front of our heart, we can take this moment to remember a gratitude. Releasing the hands from the heart, we'll start to make some transitions by bringing both knees out to the right side and coming up into your tabletop pose. Fingers are spread wide. The elbow creases are facing toward each other. Engagement on the thumb and the first finger help to ground us, feet on the ground. Tops of the feet flat if possible. Taking an inhale at flat back. And as you exhale, one vertebra at a time, we begin to drop the tailbone and arch up into cat pose with all of the vertebra in the back body reaching towards the sky. The head drops for a moment of internal reflection. With your inhale, we come in the opposite. The tailbone begins to lift, and all of the front of the spine, all of the front body starts to arch into cat, into dog tilt. Allowing your breath to take you through these transitions. The exhale brings us to cat stretch. One vertebra at a time. The inhale to dog tilt. Noticing the parts of the body that move individually and the parts of the spine that are taking their neighbors along with them. See if you can direct your breath to allow individuality in the movements, one vertebra at a time. The next time you find yourself at flat back, tabletop pose, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, come back into child's pose, arms outstretched in front, reaching as the head bows to the earth in this very playful but also very reverent pose. The pose of the child. And as you inhale back to center, we have a lot of choices here. For those of you who are joining, who take my class, you might know what's coming next. So you have options. You can come to standing through down dog, or if you would like to see and continue our practice of standing without using your hands, and I'm on a dock right now, so a little bit more challenging. See if you can cross those legs into crisscross applesauce and bring yourself up to standing without using your hands. Your choice, use them if you need to. Coming to the front of our mats, we're going to find our mountain pose. We're just going to do a short vinyasa here. So mountain pose, remember the front of the line, the front line of the body lifts. The energy of the front body is to lift. The energy of the back body is to descend. So arms come out to the side, the big toe mound, the little toe mound, the heel of the foot all engaged with the earth. The shoulders are back and down. And the front, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, lift that core from the front of the body and let the back body drop so that we're not in a back bend, but we're going up. Equal balancing front to back. As we inhale and rise up, bring those arms up overhead, shoulders descend towards the earth. Exhale, hinge forward. First forward fold, so there's no effort here or wondering where you are or needing to touch your toes. Inhale, halfway up, hands come to the knees. Exhale, flow down. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands come to the heart for a moment of gratitude. Remember, if you're some of my yogi friends who may have osteoporosis or osteopenia, these forward folds are half forward folds. So I'm going to do that. The rest of you can go in any forward fold that feels right, but just for showing, inhale and rise up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, the spine stays neutral. The back body descends, the front body ascends, even as the head comes down toward the earth. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, flow down. Using the power of the feet, connecting with the earth. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Hands come to the sky. Grounded and enlightened simultaneously, hands come to the heart. A moment of gratitude. As the hands come out to the side, we're starting on the right side. We're coming to warrior one. Inhale, take that right leg, lift it up, step back. Slight angle in the back foot, but only as much as will allow those front hip points to stay facing forward. As we inhale and bring those arms out in front, spiritual warrior pose. Look down at that front knee, making sure that it's not tracking over those toes, nor in or out, but simply in alignment with those hips. And notice that the longer you hold a pose, the more you build bone and strength and energy. So find a way to smile and breathe. This is fun. Take an inhale, come up on that back toe, pivot so the back foot is in alignment with the short edge of your mat. Arms come out to the side to warrior two. Checking in with all your landmarks. The birds like warrior two. Take an inhale. Notice the weight of those arms. We're building strength, reaching through those fingertips so that there's the push and the pull. Shoulder blades are close to the spine. Turn that front hand towards the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, exalt that warrior. Windmill back. Maybe take a nice mudra with those front fingers if you choose, or fingertips to the sky. Look up and notice. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left arm sits on the left knee. Right arm either to the sky or up by your ear. I'm laughing because I'm feeling the dock move. Inhale, back through center. Warrior two pose. Exhale, let both arms come down, but hold those warrior legs. That left hand is going to stay in alignment with that left leg. So they're parallel. Left arm sits palm out. Right hand nests in the left. And as you inhale, drag that right arm up the left, across the front of the body into that opening that looks like triangle pose. Take an inhale and then straighten that front leg. Triangle. It's a different way to come into triangle, accessible to some. So if you have a different way you like to do it, please insert your practice at any time it feels appropriate. Really feeling that front leg, bend that leg, inhale and hinge back up to warrior two. And with as much balance as you can find right now, take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come back up to mountain pose. Balance is tough when you're on a dock. And I'm going to lose my socks. All right. Left side, we're back to mountain. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale to prepare. Inhale deeply, lift that left foot, bring those arms out to the side, step straight back into warrior two, right? Hip points are facing forward, knee is in alignment, shoulders are back and down. And smile. Breathe. You know, a lot of people say warrior for a yogi practice. Why would they have warrior? Remember, this is our spiritual warrior's pose. We open up all of the front of the body, that vulnerability we're willing to share. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, come up on those back toes. Pivot those feet so that it's in alignment with the short edge of your mat. Maybe you look for an adjustment to find your perfect length. Bring those hips underneath the core. Gaze out over those front fingertips. Shoulders are back and down. Take an inhale. Hold the weight of those arms and really feel your strength. Inhale, turn the front hand to the sky. Exhale, exalt that warrior. Inhale back through center. Exhale, straighten that front up. Nope, let those arms down. I forgot where I was going. Inhale, take that right arm, place it directly parallel to that right leg. Left hand nests, eyes gaze at the earth. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale and drag that left hand up. We're coming to the twist part of triangle pose first, bringing that shoulder back and down, arm to the sky. Next inhale straightens the front leg. Triangle pose. And hold it and breathe. Bending that front knee, letting the left hand come back down. Right? And then we'll pivot right back up to warrior two. One more time. And with ease and an unshaking ground, take an inhale. Exhale back to mountain pose. Nice job. And because we're really going to challenge our balance today and do mostly a standing pose based on where we are, let's come to tree pose. Okay, so starting with that right leg, there's lots of options. So we we rotate the leg out only as far as the pelvis doesn't follow along with it. So we stay facing forward. And then choose your leg position. Take an inhale. Maybe today balance is a little challenge, so you're going to go with the kickstand, lower leg, upper leg, any place but right along that knee, right? And then let those arms come out and bring them up. So any hand position, some people like hands in front of the heart for gratitude, or using those arms as the branches of the tree to help you attain balance. Choose your expression. And maybe take an inhale and bring that knee to the front. We are playing with balance here. And inhale. And as you exhale, step that foot straight back into a high lunge pose. Opening up all the front of that hip. As you're in this high lunge, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, see if you can still lift that pubic bone, lift that core up to open up that hip flexor on that back leg. Yes. And take an inhale. And as you exhale, step back to your mountain. Tree on the left. Arms come to the side. Taking an inhale, allowing yourself to find your perfect tree. The left leg turns out. We find our foot position first. And our balance second. Bringing those arms out to the side. Gaze across the room, across the lake, way out behind me. Find something that's not moving and allow your eyes to gaze upon it so that it will help to maintain balance. Find that drishti. Find this place of concentration and hold. Allow your breath to give you balance. Taking an inhale and bringing the left leg in front. Exhale, step straight back into high lunge. As you inhale, you find your position. As you exhale, engage that core, lifting up and supporting the whole body. Arms in high lunge can be anywhere. Keep them out to the sides for additional balance. Bring them up in front to open up the entire length of that front line. Notice the difference when you bring your arms up here, what it feels like in this hip flexor as we gain all of the space available to us. Take an inhale. We're going to try that balance thing one more time. Exhale, right back. And foot comes to the earth. Shake it out, right? Let's shake out any tension we built up with all of those held poses. And based on our timing and what I promised you, we're going to come down back to our mats. So, lots of choices here, right? We're not going to go to the mat just yet. Let's find a little bit of a wider leg pose. Take an inhale. We're just going to come to squat. So it might be helpful to you if you know that squatting is a bit of a challenge. You can roll your mat up like this for additional support on those back feet. Take an inhale. And knees are going to track with the toes. Exhale, come down into yoga squat. There we go. And while you're down here, you might as well take this moment to let that intention come back into the forefront of your thoughts. Keep it close by. Connect with it often. And then if you're happy here and you want to go right to seated, just put your hands behind you and head on down that way. But if you're a part of my Friday morning crew, we can also try to get back down without using our hands. Remember, what we practice gets stronger. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring that right on down. For those of you who are in my class on Fridays, you know that I saw that video of people a lot older than me doing that, and we've been practicing it for a long time, so I'm sure you're getting better at all of it. Bringing those legs out in front, we are going to set up for Shavasana to stay timely and on point. So if you need to gather anything up, put your jacket on, find yourself a blanket to cover yourself, gather the props that are around you, and come down to your mat into Shavasana. You can choose if you don't want to lay down, if you're outside like I am. Any Shavasana is good, but I highly encourage you to get on that mat. Shavasana is one of our most important poses, the pose of integration, and this practice of being rather than doing. So as you feel all the parts of the body that are connected to the hard surface beneath you, let them be the reminder that you're grounded, connected, nurtured, and nourished, fully supported by the energy of the earth and the community with which you connect. All the weight of gravity resting in that heart space. The heart is open, sharing its love and allowing it to be vulnerable. And once you've come to this part, release the need to do anything. Even release the need to follow your breath. Let the body breathe you. Return it to its automatic rhythm, its automatic timing. And feel free to rest completely. I'll call you back shortly. The wishing well. Hundreds of hearts line up, creating a clear pool of love so deep its floor exists only in the realm of myth. Differences discarded, tossing shared memories like pennies into a wishing well of spirit. Our reflections reveal something eternal. Years dissolve into moments. Moments collapse into now. Now is all there is. Cast your coin. Here's some of my Campfire 12 friends. You might get that reference. Only now exists. Begin to deepen your breath, noticing all the parts of the body that expand when you come back to the breath, this subtle awakening of movement as the inhale expands and the exhale releases. Begin to introduce small movements into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe rocking the head from side to side. Finding these movements, maybe there's one last movement you're really hoping to have, whether it's bringing the arms up overhead and stretching out into the longest U of the day, or bringing the knees up into the heart for a hug and a rocking back and forth, massaging your back against the earth. And eventually, we'll all bring our knees up into our heart space and roll over onto that right side where we release this final resting pose and come to the new beginning, the fetal position, the shape that the body has known since its inception. The head bowed gently towards the heart. And as you feel ready, outstretching that top leg and allowing the hands to assist you. Come back to your seated pose. Come back to your place of meditation. Now that we've rejoined each other in this place of meditation, allow those hands to come to the heart one more time. And as they rest in front of the heart, please recall your intention. Let us end our practice the way we began, intentionally. Keeping our community united through time and through space, through distance and unity. Let us end our practice the way we began, by chanting Om together, either listening or joining in. We prepare with an inhale. May all thoughts be divinely inspired. May all words be authentic and true. May all hearts be touched with love and joy. And may the time that we devote to our practice of compassion bring peace to all beings. Om Shanti. Namaste. If you'd like to join me for any more of our Facebook Live yoga sessions here at Lake Guntersville, just go to Integrated Natural Health and check out the calendar. You'll know when they're starting and what their times are. For those of you in different time zones, which I am, usually I'm in Eastern, everything on that calendar is in an Eastern time zone. So make your own adjustments, and I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.